Hello. You might think I've been MIA, and I probably have. We have moved into my husband's cousin's summer house. So we're in a little one room sort of thing. So this is us for a couple of months. And my husband is working from here as well, so it gets a little bit tricky to actually record things. And we've been really busy with the moving and everything. So, but I'm giving it a go. Also, the internet's not brilliant, so we will see how we go. But I thought, seeing as we're coming up to Anzac Day, Anzac Slice would be a good idea. So that's what I'm going to make. Start cooking. Now, the oven is a funny little benchtop thing, so I'm not actually going to put that on right now, but I will obviously bake them and do them a bit later on. Grease and line, so I'm just using, this is the tray that fits in the oven, so you can see it's a little thing. Okay, set the baking dish aside. Oh, volume, Mandy. Where are we? Where's our bowl? Here it is. Probably turn that up a little bit more. Okay. 180 grams of plain flour. Now, my plain flour is also a bit hard to be quite so. So I haven't got everything weighed out. All right, so bear with me. All right, but 180 grams of plain flour. This is gluten-free plain flour. Oh, and if you can't, I don't know if you noticed. I'll see if I can get the light on it, but I have got the sparkling white. Earned as an incentive as a consultant only deal. But I really like it. I wasn't sure. I thought, oh, do I really need one? But I really like it. It's lovely. 120 grams of oat rolled oats. These are wheat-free oats. That'll do. 110 grams of soft brown sugar. Well, you know me by now. I never put the full amount of sugar in, but we'll go 90 or thereabouts, depending on where I actually stop. Okay, next, 70 grams of shredded coconut. I don't have shredded, I have got flaked. You know, I buy my coconut from the source, so I take my own jar and fill it up. Flaked is the cheapest way to buy a coconut, which is why I buy it flaked. That is that. So we're mixing all those things up on reverse. Transfer to a bowl. So I possibly could have chopped that coconut up a little bit, but you know, it's all right. Be a little bit chunky. Okay. A little bit caught underneath the blade. There we are. All right, just going to pop that up there. Next, 150 grams of butter, which is here. It's the one thing I did measure. Okay. And 2 tablespoons of, where's my tablespoon gone? There's not a lot of implements in here either, so I'm going to make do a little bit. All right, 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. Now I am using bought golden syrup, but there is actually a recipe. I use golden syrup so infrequently that I don't know that it's worth me making it. Probably is, I guess. It's definitely cheaper to make, but But as I said, I use it so infrequently, probably once a year. Oh no, caramel slice. I do use it in caramel slice. Okay. So that's all going in there. My finger. It's going on 2 minutes. Okay. Gives me time to tidy up a little bit. Don't know if you can hear that because I know Zoom cuts out some of the noise, but the blades were struggling to go around and it must have been just a little bit of butter caught there somewhere. But sometimes if you just leave it, it will sort itself out. If it kept going much longer, I would have stopped. See my button? Oh, I've got golden syrup on there. All right, now let me just see if I can get up cookidoo in the background. If I'm not stretching it. Oh, yes. All right, so I'm going to come back here, share my screen with you. Okay, so here's golden syrup. Total of 55 minutes, 23 portions. I don't know, that doesn't really help me. Just serving size, yeah, okay. So there we go. It's got light brown sugar, water, boiling water, raw sugar, lemon juice. And it cooks for 35 minutes. Reminded me I need boiling water. So there's your golden syrup. So sorry, it is 15 minutes, the sugar and the cold water, and then add the boiling water, the raw sugar and the lemon slice and cook. All right. So that is, let's stop streaming. Got 3 seconds left to go here. Oh, yeah. Oh, my butter hasn't melted, so I'm actually going to go back. Oops, you can't really see. Hasn't melted, so I'm going to probably put it in too big a chunk. So I'm going to go back and just repeat that step, which is pretty easy to do. So let's go back into cookidoo. Oops, great. Share. All right, and I'm just going to go. So this is the new look cookidoo. So if you go into menu, I'm going to show you what I'm cooking this week. So I'm going to make some lemon curd shortly because I'm going to make these blueberry and lemon curd muffins. So I mentioned we're staying in this summer house and our landlords, if you like, are coming back from overseas tomorrow. So I am making the teriyaki salmon with edamame and cucumber, and I'm going to add a bit of, I've got some broccolini in the fridge and some, which I'll cook, and some avocado. But I'm going to make these blueberry and lemon curd muffins, which is from the muffin. There's our Anzac Slice in for tomorrow, but making it today. So let me show you on here. I can go my recipes, collections, cafe style muffins. So these are unbelievable. I mean, the flavor of blueberry and lemon curd is fantastic. I made these on the weekend, banoffee muffins, and oops, and they were good, but I think they're as good as a lemon and blueberry. But I have a daughter who wouldn't even think about lemon and blueberry. She reckoned there was too much of the tinned caramel in these. I do make 9 of them rather than 6 of them because I find those cafe style muffins are really way too big. And the other ones I'm going to make, which you may or may, this ain't no picnic muffin. I don't know what's in there. So a lot of them have a very similar base. It is the unsalted butter, the milk. And by the way, we don't have milk in our house, so I just used water. And then they've got peanut butter, got the SR flour, dark chocolate chips. Oh, tin caramel again. So I'm a little bit put off by the tin caramel. But what I am going to make as well on Thursday, because we're heading off on holiday on Friday, is these bacon, cheese, and tomato chutney muffins, except it'll probably be the chutney that I have in the freezer. I could make caramelized onion. I'm in the fridge. Anyway, I'll see. But I'm going to make those because they look really good, and I know I've got a couple of those things to actually use up. I've got zucchini that needs using up. I've got a bit of bacon, some onion. So it's a really good way to use up some of the ingredients in the fridge before going away. Anyway, here we are back at Anzac Slice. Okay. So next, yeah, okay, that's much better. Half a teaspoon of bicarb soda. Hopefully it's still recording. Oh, yep, still recording. Okay, so I don't think, can you see the little, it's just a little bit sparkly. It's actually really very nice. Insert measuring cup. 5 seconds on speed 3. Mixed up some. Just you can see that a little bit mixed up there. All right. Then I'm going to add the oat mixture. So remember, that's the coconut, the flour, the oats, and the sugar. All right, 5 seconds, speed 4 on reverse. Break down the sides. There's actually not that much scraping to be done. Taste test. Same again. And so then all I'm going to do is pop it into my baking tray, which is here. Press the mixture down. Looking good. It smells amazing, I have to say. It smells just like Anzac Day. Boom. Let's just press down with the back of a spoon evenly into the baking dish. Sorry, hard to be reasonably flat now. If I thought about it, I could have used a different dish, but this will do. There we go. Tasty. All right. Bake for 15 to 30 minutes. Now, I'm going to show you the tips on this one because it looks quite interesting. Recipe detail. The baking time in step 6, oh, you probably can't read that, will determine the end result. For a soft and chewy slice, bake for 15 minutes. And for a firmer slice, bake for 20 to 30 minutes. And for a very firm, or 20 to 25 minutes. For a very firm slice, bake for 30 minutes. So I'm just going to see what it's like, I think. But I will let you know what I've baked. I will take a photo of it when I've finished. And I really hope this has worked.